The states that we have rank from 1 to 50. 10 states that we have. Our state population ranges from 37 million to 563,000. Our percent of total U.S. population ranges from 11.91% to 0.18%.
Our state inmate prison population is ranging from 162,821 to 2,115. Inmates per 100,000 population is going from 1,313 to 254, with Montana being the highest per 100,000. Washington being the lowest. Surprisingly, California is lower with 437.
California is traditionally a blue state, Democratic. Hawaii is blue Democrat. Montana is usually red Republican. Alaska is red Republican. Wyoming is red and Republican. There's like 50-50 of our states that we have, or 5 of them are Democrat, 5 are Republican.
Mostly all of our states have the death penalty, besides Hawaii, Alaska. Number of people on death row, obviously California would have the most, it's 724. The lowest would be Wyoming, 1. Pretty wide range of numbers for the people on death row.
Recidivism rates for our 10 states varied pretty great. Our highest was 78.3% in California. Our lowest, almost 70% lower, actually, is in Oregon with 8.1%. In the larger states like California that have higher recidivism rates, it's kind of expected. Our next largest state, Tennessee, has a 51.1% recidivism rate, which is higher than the national average. We found the national average to be 43.4%.
California has the highest. Illinois the lowest. Index crime 14,123. Violent crime rate 1,246. As of 2011. Had a couple close states, Washington, Tennessee, both in 260,000 range.
What do all these numbers mean? Here's some interesting correlations we discovered in our statistics. Regardless of political affiliation, crime consistently scales with population. A larger percentage of Republican states, 80%, have the death penalty than Democratic states, 75%. There are more people on death row in our Democratic states, with 1,177, than our Republican states, at 105. The lower the total population, the greater the chance that that state will strongly report Republican in the next election. One thing we sought to compare was whether institutions in Republican-run states ran more efficient than institutions in democratically controlled states. One way to test that was to see if one institution was more efficient than the other. We adapted the mathematical formula for machine efficiency and came up with a formula that would give us the number of inmates that left the correctional system in that state for good. This formula states that the recidivism rate, divided by the population going into the prison each year, minus 1, will equal the percentage of the inmates who leave the correctional system for good. Our results indicated that democratically controlled states were shockingly inefficient when it came to rehabilitating inmates. Our Republican-controlled states, however, averaged a slightly more efficient rating, mostly due to the small prison population size. Institutions in Republican states are more efficient in general than their Democratic peers. Statistics and information courtesy of